Techosaurus Podcast. Okay, just whenever you're ready.
Hello, 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 hello.
Okay. Like Michelle. Hi, welcome back. I was kidding.
Shut up. Fine.
Well, welcome back. It's episode 20 of Techosaurus. She got it.
She got it.
I was gonna do the weird. I'm pretty sure not many people know what we're talking about, but it's okay. Well, it's my episode today. I didn't really had a topic, but I just thought that us girls, can talk about Disney. Just the topic of Disney, because we grew up with Disney, and so let's see. I don't really remember what my first Disney movie I watched.
Why are you looking at me, Anna?
Because you were looking at me, so I was looking at you. You looking at me, looking
I
at
was
you.
trying to telepathically see if you got what I got when she said Disney.
These nuts.
Both of y'all stupid.
Why did I think that I already knew what she was thinking about?
I knew you were trying to tell me something, so I just lost in translation. I was like, something's going on.
Yeah, I don't really remember what first movie, I guess.
Mine is most likely The Little Mermaid, because that has always been my first and foremost favorite Disney movie. I remember watching it all the time and wanting to be a mermaid and singing like Ariel and swimming through the ocean, because they made the sea look so like magical.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I was a child, so I didn't know that the ocean was real. So I'm here thinking that it's just some magical place that doesn't exist. So just watching that was just so like, oh my God. You know? So Little Mermaid was for me. So.
Wait, that was your first one? Or what was your question? Was it the first one or whatever?
If you remember your first Disney
Well,
movie.
she didn't really
Oh.
ask. She was just saying she doesn't remember.
I don't remember my
Oh.
first Disney movie, but like for Michelle, like that, I think I had I wouldn't say I think the most one that I remember most back in childhood was probably just like Lilo and Stitch. That's like the one I know remember. Yeah, I remember the most from my childhood. But yeah, first Disney movie I don't remember.
What about your favorite then? Do you have a favorite Disney movie?
I don't think I have a favorite. I have to think about it. I was just like, hold on.
No, I just grew up on the very first Disney princess movies. So like Ariel, Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty. What's the other one?
Beauty and the Beast?
Yes, Belle. I had a brain fart. There's so many now.
But see, with Beauty and the Beast, though, we didn't have the original VHS. It was a recording that we
Yes.
recorded off of TV. So
Yeah.
that's why we didn't really watch Beauty and the Beast that much.
Oh yeah, that was the era where we're able to record on the VHSs.
Yeah.
Which I still don't know how that worked.
You don't know how it works?
Because it was from the TV, right? It's just
Yeah.
because the VCR is plugged into the TV?
Yes.
Yes.
Or was that time where the VHS thing was connected to the TV?
Yes.
No.
Wait, the VHS? Yes, it was.
No, she's talking about
Oh.
you got the box TV and then
Uh-huh.
the VCR attached to the
attached
TV.
to
Like
Oh,
literally.
Oh,
And
no.
no, it's not.
I think it's all through the wire.
Yeah, the wire.
The red,
Oh,
the
okay,
yellow,
okay,
the
okay.
white
Mhm.
wire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no HDMI back then.
Yeah, those were the 3 wires.
Okay. Yes, I remember the 3 wires.
So, like, it'll be playing on TV, and then you'll have to put your tape in, and then whenever it comes on, you hit the record button, and then it'll record whatever's recording off of the TV.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they go, like, on break, you push stop.
That way you don't record the commercials.
Yeah.
So you couldn't like pause it?
No, you just stop the recording.
You just stop the recording. You don't pause it. because it's not playing, you're recording. You have to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. And then whenever it continues again, you push play
yeah,
or record,
record.
again.
Oh, okay, okay.
Struggles of a
Yeah.
90s kid, man.
Yeah,
That's what we did.
struggles.
That's what I did with all my Sailor Moon. It's all on VHS.
What we did for Sailor Moon.
You had to be very attentive because if you
Yeah.
missed it, you would get a little
Yes.
bit of the commercial.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. I remember doing it, and then I would have to leave for the bus, and I would make lists, record the rest of it.
And then when we're on holiday breaks,
we
still
just-
recording it.
Aw.
Getting up every morning, record it. Yeah.
So we can watch it anytime,
Mhm.
any day. So
Damn.
Mhm. That's how you would record.
yeah, there was no DVDs, there was no burning CDs
DVD.
and
There's
stuff
no
like that.
streaming.
Yeah, no streaming. You had to record on these big ass plastic video cassettes.
But I kind of like those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
'Cause
do too.
The stream, because like you have a tangible item with you that has memories, and you can like watch it back.
Mm-hmm.
And then streaming, I love that we can access it, but then also at the same time, I'm a little sad because it's just streaming. So when the contract is over and they're no longer on the streaming service, new girl, stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing there tangible for me,
So-
and it hurts my feelings.
Me and my coworker were like, okay, so say if Amazon had this video, right, and you bought the movie,
Yes.
and for some reason Amazon loses the rights to that movie,
Uh huh.
is that still technically yours?
I
Like,
don't
will it be
know.
in your Amazon playlist forever because technically you bought it?
I want to say yes if you bought it, because if they had it contracted where they agreed to have it streamed, and if people wanted to buy it, they could buy it. I want to say yes. You should be able to still have it.
I do know for Amazon, there is an option
No?
once if you purchase it, you are able to download it
Onto
But like,
what?
say if you never downloaded it, but you
onto,
purchased it.
onto your I think your account.
I don't know.
Yeah, see, is
We
it
have
gone?
to try it out.
Is it gone forever?
Because there are some times where there'll be some videos that are no longer available, at least to like maybe like the US area, like the US.
Right, right.
But you bought it already, so
I don't know.
Yeah, see,
You gotta
so
look. Well, then again, you have to look at their agreement stuff to see what
yeah,
that is.
see, that's why I'm always like, I need a physical copy. If I really, really like something, I'm gonna buy the physical copy of it.
Because do you guys just ever feel like you want a physical copy of it, but since, like DVDs aren't used that much no more, then like
took me a while to figure out what she was saying.
DVDs,
I was like, the hell is dividends?
like they aren't used as much, but then I guess it's just like the nostalgia or just keeping it, like it's because it's there, tangible, it's in your hands.
Yeah.
That, yeah, and then I think the game consoles too, like they're slowly not doing regular DVD movies.
So you can't watch it on there no more.
Yeah, so it's like majority of it's like only Blu-ray that you only can like
See, that's
sit
what I
in.
don't like. So how are we gonna like rewatch it? You have to really have like a
an
DVD
actual like
A
DVD
DVD.
player. Yeah.
player that can watch it or something. I don't like
Yeah.
that.
Because you
even-
can't even find those
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah,
Because
DVD
like even
players.
for like
yeah, DVD player.
the PS4 that we have, it still struggles to read some of our DVDs.
I don't like that. See, you have to get like I will have to like get those little
Yeah.
DVD
We have to get
players.
those old handheld DVD players.
You know what? I was so jealous of people that have those.
Skyly and Michi and them.
Oh wow!
Every time they would travel from Texas to see us, they would always have one. Like two.
Aw.
They
They'll have
always
two.
would have like White Chicks and
Aw.
Yeah.
51st Dates and
Yeah.
so
Just
forth.
Those
yeah.
are really good movies.
That's when you knew you were rich. is
Yeah,
when you
having
had a
those.
portable DVD players.
That's why I was saying that. I was so jealous of people that had it.
It was the portable DVDs and then the TVs behind their seats in the
Yeah.
car.
They were well off. That's why, just a little bit.
I remember one time we finally rented a van that had a TV in it,
Wow.
but I think it was like all the way up in the front.
Oh
No, it wasn't one of those
Oh, no,
TV
no,
things
no.
that were stuck to like from
right,
the
that's right.
mirror or anything like that. It was literally a mini box TV, that you had to
Hold
hold,
up.
for everybody to be able to see it.
you had to hold.
Yes.
Why do not remember that? Or
It
maybe-
was
you
like
were
it was like a 10-passenger van or something like that.
Yeah.
And there was like a big space between like the first row and the front seats, and they had no middle console, so that's just all open spacing.
Yes.
And in that space, is a loose mini box TV
Yeah.
that has
That sounds dangerous.
Can y'all see?
If you think about
Yeah.
it.
No.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. That's what it was.
That's
And
what I
it,
think
I don't remember if it was like a DVD or VCR, maybe both.
Yeah.
But yes,
something like that.
that's how it was. We were so excited because we thought it
Yeah.
was like the really fancy ones that would come off from like the ceiling and you just sit there and watch. No, it was a little mini box TV that we had to hold up or at least
That's
on
right,
our
that's right.
lap so everybody was able to watch it.
I've actually recently looked those products up on Amazon.
They're expensive. Isn't
They're expensive, but I'm like, ooh, maybe one day I will invest in it just because I want something to be able to watch my stuff on in case
Yeah.
nothing can read it anymore.
Yeah, so needless to say, we did not use that TV very often.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, kind of off topic there a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Back to Disney.
Disney always brings nostalgic back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Anna? You have either your first one, or do you have a favorite
If you remember,
one?
like, your first Disney movie.
I would say like I think one of the actual like first Disney movies would probably be Cinderella. But my favorite one, you already know, is my black Cinderella one that I saw on TV. You know, the one, Brandy one with Whitney Houston. I should
Yeah.
have bought that yesterday when we were in Vintage
It was
Shop.
only like $5.99.
I know, but I was like, what am I gonna? I didn't buy it because I was like, what am I gonna watch it on? I
You
don't
guys
have.
have a PS4.
the PS4.
I thought you guys said that it didn't work.
Okay,
to
so
read it.
some- Sometimes on the-
certain movies.
Sometimes on the PS4, if it's not a fake DVD, but somebody who burned it on
like,
Oh,
my,
yeah.
like my Studio
it's
Ghibli
not
movies.
going to work.
It won't work.
Yeah, it has to be a legit DVD, the real DVD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise,
But,
it's
like,
not going to work.
Yeah, like that vintage stock that you saw.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, that's my favorite Disney movie. It's not. I don't know if it's really technically considered. It was adopted from a musical, I think they said, and then they turned it into a movie.
If it's owned by Disney, it counts.
Yeah, well now it's owned by Disney owns ABC, and which is technically like Freeform. Disney owns Freeform, formerly known as ABC, and that's where the movie aired on first on ABC. So
Yeah.
that's the only reason why it's connected to Disney in full circle. But that's my favorite because it was full of a melanated cast and a black mom and a white dad that had an Asian son.
Yeah.
But it was, yeah.
But we didn't care. You
No.
know, it's like we didn't care. We didn't see that at all. It was just, a fun Cinderella sing along.
It was relatable
Yeah.
to me, and that's why it was like one of my favorites.
I don't know. I've never really actually seen that movie until like you guys put it on the other
It's so
time.
good.
Mm-hmm.
I like
until like
it.
I fully watched it. I was like, oh,
Why would another girl like that?
Yeah, you two right there.
What, those two?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, didn't one laugh like,
Yes. Yes, the skinny one.
and then one was like scratching.
Didn't she pass away, the other sister?
Yeah, she did.
Oh.
Yeah, I think she might have been struggling with some type of health issue. But I did not know that she was in a lot of movies, and I wish I would have known. Like, I think she already may have gotten her flowers, aka recognition, slang. I don't know if she got her flowers before, but I didn't know she was in so many things.
Mm.
Yeah. That's why they say in the black community, you're black famous or are you famous? Because like people in the black community know you versus like everybody,
Right.
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 white people know you.
You're
But
right.
yeah, that's my favorite one. Hammerstein Cinderella.
Oh.
What about you, Liz?
I don't remember my first one. All I remember in childhood was we never watched Cinderella because we didn't have the cassette. So
Oh,
we
yeah, I
never
remember
watched
that.
that.
we didn't have the
Um,
original.
We didn't have
the first one.
Oh yeah, we didn't have Snow White either, so we didn't really watch Snow White
No.
that much. It was more of like Pocahontas, Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast here and there.
Oh.
It was other movies that weren't princessy, so it would be like Lady and the Tramp.
That you guys had?
Yeah. We didn't have Aladdin either,
Oh yeah.
so we didn't really get to watch Aladdin that much.
Mm-hmm.
We had like all the Lilo and Stitches. No, well, not all
No,
of them,
we
but
only
we've
had the
seen.
first one.
Yeah,
Because I think I got it as a gift, if I remember correctly.
yeah.
Because Yeah, it was because that was like the freshest. If the audience don't remember how these cassettes came in these plastic cases.
Yes.
But yeah, mine was still like clean, and someone wrote that it belonged to me in the movie case.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was more of those movies, like The Hunchback of Notre Dame, all those movies, like the movies that weren't well known. We
had for some reason.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why we had those movies. I don't know if like Dad and them were just like, oh, okay.
But then again,
Yeah.
remember,
Put it in
I
the
think
cart.
at that time, Dad liked going to like the flea market too, so he would just
Oh,
that's
buy
true.
their
Yeah.
Disney movies, and he'll just buy it.
And then
As long as it's like cartoon and it says Disney, he'll just grab it.
and then we also rented movies a lot too.
Oh, yeah,
as
well,
kids,
Not like
our
at
dad- our mom and
Blockbusters,
dad
but
did.
like
like Reese's
Reese's.
videos.
then their rental videos that they had.
Yeah.
That's cool. I
That was-
like that part of my childhood.
Yeah.
Going
Renting
to
movies.
yes, renting movies when you had to go and there was like a sale. That's only when we were able to go. Kids
Oh.
kids movies were like a lower rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we'll go in there and we'll disperse to look around, and then they'll yell at us if we can't find the cassette or the the CD
To
or the
return
DVD.
it.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
But yeah, so I think what I watched mostly of was a lot of Sleeping Beauty.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't really my favorite. It was just what we watched, what we put on.
Is that the I'm wishing?
No,
that's
that's
Snow
Snow
White.
White.
Oh.
Sleeping Beauties with the three
I
fairies.
know
Oh,
you.
that one.
The
I
two
want
eggs
you once
folding
upon-
gently.
Yeah.
You know the Melissa movie
Yeah.
to sleep. Me and Liz joke about that all the time. Like, go to sleep.
So when we're annoyed with each other, me and Anna would go. Reference to Maleficent. If those have not seen that movie, she does that to her. Maleficent does that to Aurora.
Oh.
Whenever like she's asking too many questions or something, she'll just go. And then Aurora will go to sleep automatically.
Oh, I don't remember that for some reason.
Are you guys talking about the Angelina Jolie one?
Yes.
Maleficent.
Oh,
Yeah, that
Oh.
movie.
Yeah, for some reason I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That's the
All
only
I
thing
think-
me and Liz picked up was like, be quiet. Be quiet.
I don't think I watched it that many times enough to remember.
we didn't watch it either. That's the only thing we caught on.
Because it was so funny
funny.
because Aurora would be asking so many damn questions, and then Maleficent would just be like,
Go to sleep.
and then she'd be like,
And yeah,
She won't even
literally, like,
finish what
fall
she's
backwards.
talking about, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
She
she'll
just goes,
like
"Whew."
pass out in the
Yeah.
air, mid-air.
yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, and then Maleficent would kind of push her back into her room.
Yeah.
But yeah,
If only that was a real power.
yeah. So, but yeah, I think it was just always not Snow White, always Sleeping Beauty and Toy Story.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Toy Story is a good
Yeah.
one. Oh right, well maybe is Toy Story one of the ones that I remember watching too. I think it's mostly Toy Story and Cinderella, but I remember Toy Story vividly.
Yeah, Toy Story. Like I'm thinking of Mike too, 'cause since me and Mike are so close in age.
Oh.
Like Lion King.
Lion King.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Forgot
one.
Yeah, that's probably one of the very first ones that Mike watched or remember. I know that's the very first movie that me and Mike watched in theater.
Oh wow!
Yes, yeah, one of our aunts actually took us to go see it
I was
when
like-
it first came out.
Dang, Mom and Dad have money to take y'all to the theater.
No, it was one of our aunts.
I
Okay.
think the first one we watched, or for me with Mom and Dad, was A Bug's Life.
Oh,
Because I remember it being super loud whenever they were about to fly, the grasshoppers.
oh yeah.
Sound like a freaking
It's kind of
lawnmower.
scary. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really loud. I remember as a kid. But I think that was my first Disney movie in
Did
theater.
it freak you out?
Yeah, it was really loud.
Sensory issues. Right there. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, so Lion
Yeah.
King and
A Bug's Life.
A Bug's Life, and
Oh, I remember Ants. Sorry. I don't know if that's considered.
No,
a
I think
Disney
that's
movie.
DreamWorks.
That's
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
Oh, that reminded me of that one
What?
thing where that girl was complaining how like Disney and like DreamWorks were going at it between I think between certain years because they'll come out
Competing?
with Yeah,
the
because
same
the
concept.
same concept.
Oh,
Because Disney will come out with one movie, and then DreamWorks will come out with another movie similar, like your Bugs Life,
Like Bugs
and
Life
Ants.
and Ants.
Oh.
Yeah, and there was another one too, but I forgot what it was.
A Bug's Life was like definitely PG, but Ants, if
Was
you
not.
rewatch it, it's kind of adult.
I think that's the
I've
whole
never
point. I
seen
think they
it.
were trying to kind of make fun of
Were they?
like Disney and their
'Cause
jokes, because you know
it's a lot
DreamWorks
of
like Shrek, where they make fun of the
Disney?
Disney
Yeah.
a lot.
I love Shrek though.
Yeah.
And then I saw her face.
Down, 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 down.
But you know, I agree with you. Ants was kind of.
So,
It's definitely not rated G. It
it's
was
like
like almost PG, maybe like.
PG-13 were not.
I guess there was a lot of adult themes. Well, in children's movies, there's always adult themes anyway. But
But they actually had language in it too.
yeah, there were.
Mhm.
I
But-
didn't watch the whole thing, but I vaguely remember it.
Yeah, it was like.
I don't remember ants at all.
I just remember that there's foul language in it,
There is.
and
There's a lot of sexual innuendos. and
Yeah,
everything
sexual
in there.
innuendos, and I think there's a scene where it hints at like SA as well, but you don't see it.
Don't you like hear it?
Yeah,
or
you
something?
hear it.
Oh,
it was
it's
it was kind of like a threat or whatever that was happening
oh,
something like
in
that.
the back. Yeah, I
in the
remember.
background.
Oh.
Like you need to do this for us, otherwise this will happen,
Yeah,
type of thing.
yeah, I have to remember.
I could
it
be
fully.
wrong, but for some
No, no,
reason,
no, no,
I
that makes sense. Yeah,
but for some reason, I remember that and watching that and hearing it and thinking like, what?
Yeah, a lot of stuff was
Ooh, yeah.
yeah.
but then a lot of stuff back then was like, oh, like it's okay, I guess, or they thought it was okay to do that stuff versus now.
I think it's more like they'll be okay because the kids won't know they're just watching a cartoon.
Yes,
you know?
right. Shrek is so good. Is that lip gloss? Are you wearing lip gloss? It's cherry flavored. Isn't that what he said?
Want
or
to
something?
taste?
Yeah.
But yeah, for the boys, Mike and them, I don't think they had very many. I mean, there was like a Goofy movie and stuff like that too, but we weren't really into like
That
Mickey
side of-
Mouse and
yeah,
stuff
that
like
side
that.
of Disney.
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't really Mickey Mouse that we were.
No, it was like the other
Yeah,
stuff.
but then again, we never had cable, so we grew up on. We're PBS kids.
Yeah, Mike
People-
talks to me about Transformers and Ninja
WB19.
Turtles. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
our era. We never watched.
It
And
was PBS
isn't there
and
one that's like
WB.
Animaniacs.
Animaniacs. I was like, yeah, that one.
Yeah, like listen, we didn't have cable, we didn't have Nickelodeon, we didn't have
I don't remember
Cartoon
when
Network
Nickelodeon-
or anything
yeah,
like
we
that.
didn't grow up on that. We were PBS kids. We were Zoom kids.
OETA.
Yeah, we were Zoom kids.
We're Dragon Tales, Between the Lions.
Dragon Tales.
Sesame Street.
Yeah,
yeah,
Sesame
that's
Street.
us.
So, but yeah, so for the boys, Disney wise, that's something we would have to ask them.
Oh yes.
But for me, since I'm earlier, I'm more of like the early princesses and, like Liz said, Lady and the Tramp and whatever else. Since you mentioned like how we didn't have certain movies like Aladdin or Snow White and stuff, I remember the only reason why we got to watch those because we borrowed those videos.
Yeah, we would borrow from people.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like Melinda and them, they'll have other Disney movies that,
That
we'll
we
kind
don't
of
have.
swap.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll borrow from each other.
We'll trade for
Yeah.
one movie for another, and then we'll.
Wow.
Because I guess we saw each other that often to where
Back
we
then.
can just trade.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I just suddenly thought because you were talking about like favorite ones too.
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys as obsessed with Mulan as I was when it came out?
No, not really.
I mean, I liked it.
Yeah, I really liked it. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was
I
like, oh
really
my god,
liked
it's an Asian girl.
I think I liked the music concept, but then like there was just a lot of talking in it to me,
Yeah.
and so I kind
Yeah.
of lost interest. In
Oh yeah, nope.
Mm-hmm.
When I was watching
Yeah.
it, when it came out, was when, if I remember correctly, I was like early teenage years. So
Oh.
the rifts between her and her dad reminded me of my relationship.
So you didn't
Yeah.
want to watch it?
No, so I watched it. I
Oh.
related to it.
Oh, so you did relate to it.
Yes, I related because I remember when she started singing Reflections, I would cry because it's like, oh my God, that's what I feel.
Oh.
Who is that girl I see?
Yeah, so
Oh.
so yeah, I remember Mulan
Okay.
having that type of impact on me because it related to what I was going through at the time.
Damn. See, this is why representation is so important.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's why I wanted to ask you guys how you guys felt about that, because now there's more representation, and the only
Right.
thing we had was Mulan, Disney wise, I believe at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
so
think just in general, there wasn't really any other Asian
Mm-mm.
cartoon movies out there.
They said there's this theory because a lot of people are like, a lot of times in like cartoon movies or anything like related to like different people of color, they always have a thing where they turn them into animals. People were saying that, and so they're like, it would be nice if once they didn't turn them into animals, like or something where they transform into an animal and just be an actual person, you know. But yeah, anyway, back to the topic. I just wanted to ask about how Mulan had an impact to you guys, because I was so obsessed with it that I like saved money and I made sure to buy like the second Mulan movie. I was really liked it, and I really like Shang because it's really hot.
You
Yeah.
know, to be completely honest, like I loved Mulan for what it is and the message, but I think for my generation at the time, or at least for me, I never thought of it as like relating to the character because she was Asian. If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's also because we grew up very white,
Yeah.
as you can say. You know, sadly, we grew up very white. We were always the minorities, but for some reason, we were all.
We were
Yes.
never picked on or bullied because we were Asian.
We were Asian.
That's 'cause-
they actually
Yeah.
saw us as cool,
equal.
like an equal.
Yeah,
like
an
cool.
equal.
So we were lucky enough to
Yeah.
Grow up like
grow
that.
up in
So
that
okay,
environment.
like don't take this the wrong way. So then, is it because you guys were actually just a token Asian person then?
Yeah, I'm
Because you guys
pretty
were the
sure.
only Asian person, so you were the token Asian person. That's why.
Yes, the token Asian
Probably,
person,
yeah.
and I don't know. Like for me, going through elementary school, I just felt like I made friends with everybody.
Yeah, nobody was really mean.
Yeah,
Like, nobody was
mean to us.
at the
picked on us.
time. Nobody was mean to each other at the
Yeah,
time.
at
Like
that
even
time.
if it's like white on black,
White,
black,
black,
on
Mexican,
Mexican, we
yeah,
were all
indigenous
equal.
people.
We,
Talking about when you were in grade school.
yes.
Oh yeah, because that's when everybody's still innocent.
Right.
Right.
And now
But,
it's
but
not.
that's what we're saying is like we grew up around like white people and stuff like that, so we never understood the whole race concept.
Yeah.
Racism.
Like I
type
mean, we
thing.
know we're Asian, but it wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where people were making fun of us because we were Asian, kind of thing. We never had that.
growing up
Yeah.
little.
Maybe it's just like the accessibility to internet and stuff, and that's like growth because people can find out other things. 'Cause
Oh,
I don't know, like
maybe.
I truly never. Well, I mean, there was always like underlying microaggressions for me when I was in grade school. Even like in Wisconsin, where there was like a predominantly Hmong community where I came from. But like the worst I ever got was down here. But
But you
Yeah.
guys moved out to the country, though.
yeah,
guys
I
like the
moved out to the
country.
country. But when I lived in Wisconsin, I was in the city. So I guess it just where I lived was
But
bad.
then again, we did live with a lot of elderly too. I
Yeah,
don't know if
like
that
at the time where we
impacted, too.
lived at, it was, I guess, not really the suburbs, but it was the nicer part of town.
Yeah.
So we were very privileged Asian people.
yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no.
Compared-
Back then, you can consider it the suburbs.
Yeah. Where everyone around us was all old retired people.
Yeah.
Like it was a retirement community. Pretty
I'm
much.
sorry, I'm laughing because I was joking around. I tell Mike, and I think now that I understand it in hindsight, it wasn't rich. Because I always joke with him. I was like, you were from the rich school and from this and that. But the word I needed to say was, you were from a privileged
Privileged.
school
Yes.
Yes.
and privileged this and privileged that. And he would get so mad at me. And I'm like, but it's true.
Yeah.
It is, yes. And we admit that
Yeah.
we were raised very privileged and around a lot of privilege.
But that's
It took me a long time to realize that though, because I thought it was just normal.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that happens because like
Yeah.
until you admit it that you were privileged or like you had better things around you than other people, like your counterparts, then that's when you realize it. Because like I would tell Mike all the time, I'd be like, "Wow, you guys can do this and you guys can do that. Like that's amazing." But then I think about it, it's because your parents actually made the conscious decision to marry when they were in their adult age, young
Yes.
adult age, versus like majority of Hmong couples at that time they were forced to get married from their parents or because of like an unwanted pregnancy or just because they wanted to get married really young to escape their like
Yeah.
life.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
like they got married like at 13, 14, versus your guys' parents married like
20,
20,
I think so.
which
yeah.
is so like I talk about all the time. It's so uncommon and unheard of. And it was a love marriage. Like what?
yeah.
And they dated for years. What?
Yeah.
Like no way.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like rewinding back a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, we grew up not knowing what racism was or anything like that. So when Mulan came out, it was just another Disney princess.
Yeah, it
movie.
was just some regular.
you know
Disney
we didn't see it as a
Oh my
representation.
god, that's me.
Yeah,
it wasn't
no,
like
we did
that.
not see that at all.
Oh, that's kind of sad. A little bit.
I know it is a little sad because, like I said, the way we were raised or grew up, the environment we did not see that. So
That's like that. I'm going a little off topic. That's like that whole question that they ask. It's like, do you believe that in a group, like let's say, for example, Hmong people, do you think that they should assimilate and be in other areas where there's other Hmong people, or do you believe that they should just be, they shouldn't stick to themselves like that, and they should go out and integrate in other places? Because people argue that it's good to stick together because in the culture, like people grow and you know you enrich yourself with the culture and like you keep things alive like that. But then other people are like, no, because then they wouldn't know other things too. But yeah, that's just like.
I think you're asking the wrong question to us because we were born and raised down here. So I
Yeah.
think all three of us is gonna say no.
integrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, integrate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we would say integrate. Sorry,
It's
Yeah.
That's how
okay.
we are.
No, it's just like I grew up with so much. I grew up with a lot of Hmong people around me, so like I'm very proud in my culture, and so yeah, I think it's been cool.
But then again, I think our parents never really did a lot of like
Hmong
Hmong
stuff.
stuff.
And also that also deals with the fact that we grew up Christian.
Yeah, the
Yeah, that
religion
too.
aspect to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So there's that religion aspect to it. Therefore, we didn't know anything about the Hmong culture,
Yeah, except for
Yeah.
like maybe the Hmong New Year where we get to dress up and go walk
Yeah.
around and stuff.
but that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, we were not immersed in the Hmong culture like
Yeah.
you were. You know, it's like, I mean, even though we had our grandparents on both sides, we no nothing, none of that.
Didn't how? Oh, I'll just say
Like
that.
yeah,
for
we'll go
another
to
time.
like the Hmong parties and everything, but
Yeah.
then
We didn't understand why.
Why?
the
We were
parties
just
happening.
dragged
Yeah, we
everywhere,
were just
just
dragged
like-
there.
Or like
Yeah.
whenever we ask more questions, mom and dad would just be like, "Don't worry about it. It's Hmong culture, or it's a shaman thing, so you don't have to worry about it."
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to that topic. I just when I saw Mulan, it just was it's a significant part for me personally because I'm like, oh my god, that's like me, and she got chinky eyes, and ooh, that man is so fine, Shane, and he loves her so, and he's kind to her, and he's mad at her at first, but he actually
it's like kind. He was rude. Just kidding.
well, he was rude in the beginning, but I liked how like in the end he was like, oh, like my bad, like I'm sorry, you know.
That's because the emperor was all like, "You don't meet any kind of woman like that
I know.
every time."
But I'm just saying, it was really a
I know.
good movie.
But
But
yeah,
it left
but
a
we-
really good impression on me. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for Mulan for me, I like the music concept, but then when it started to like, get really boring and talkative, and that's usually when I lost interest.
and then also a lot of Hmong people always bring it up too that you know the way that Chinese culture is with their ancestors and stuff that it really does fall back on the shamanism, our religion that we believe too. So there's a lot of connections out there. So.
Right, because we come from China.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We're
were
indigenous to China.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I
makes
was
sense,
like,
yes.
like in Mulan 2, where like they got married, so they merged the two
Their ancestors.
ancestors together.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, that's cool.
But yeah, and then in the Hmong culture though, they don't do that. But I wish there was, because that'd be cool.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know if Hmong people do that, but
No,
I
because
don't
they have this
think so.
thing called Pirahua or something like that. I might be saying it wrong. And that's what, because like that's why they always joke around, which they shouldn't joke. Like when a couple gets together and they're like, you shouldn't do immoral acts with each other because it was Pirahua and it was like your ancestors were not like it and like things will go wrong and blah blah blah. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Mulan was just. I mean, I liked Mulan. I wanted her hair brush, her little comb thingy.
Yeah.
I think I remember one time. I think when Mulan was going on, I think Kellogg was having the thingy where you can get her brush in the
Cereal
the cereal
boxes.
boxes.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man, when those
I
happened,
really wanted one,
we
but
would always try to get those like,
Yeah.
cereal boxes.
Dump the whole box, but where is it?
yeah, I think if someone actually made one that's an actual legit real hairpin and you can pin it into your hair, I think that'd be really pretty. I would want one.
Search
I wouldn't be
Etsy. I'm
surprised.
sure
Yeah,
they
it's like,
have
I wouldn't be
something.
surprised
It's probably
if they have it.
expensive though.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, but I mean, I think again, but I think that's just me though. Like with certain, even though I grew up on Disney, my favorite movies are not Disney.
Yeah, we grew up with like non-Disney movies too.
Yeah,
So
that are my favorite cartoon movies.
Mm-hmm.
I have some.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would say my favorite movie is not a
not
Disney,
Disney.
movie, but
Yeah.
we grew up with a lot
Your
of
like
Disney
favorite
movies.
cartoon movie or
Yeah.
Yeah, Molly's is Quest of Camelot.
What is it? Beak Blade or no?
Blade
Blade Bee.
Blade Bleak. I was like
Steve
yeah.
Urkel, basically.
Yes.
I know. I was like, I'll say his name wrong.
The girl and the blind warrior are following a silver-winged falcon.
Silver Wings. Ooh,
It's funny because not many people know that movie, so
No, they don't.
like, no
Yeah.
one does.
So-
Every time I ask,
Yeah, so yeah, listen, Molly's, theirs is not
It's not Disney.
Disney. Hers is Quest of Camelot, and yours is.
I want
She has so
multiple.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I want to say Swan Princess, but I think it's like between that, Anastasia, and what's the other one?
So then you have a top three
Thumbelina.
then.
oh yeah,
yes,
Thumbelina.
Thumbelina.
You have top three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still on the lookout for Swan Princess DVD.
they're expensive now.
No.
I can't find it. I can't find one. Like
Not
you
the
can.
original first
you,
one.
Yeah, you can't even like buy it on. I mean, you could buy it on Amazon, but they're expensive.
I only remember
Yeah.
seeing the Swan Princess for like a split second, or like for just momentarily. But I always was enchanted by when she transformed.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
I
That's
always thought
all I
that part
saw.
was really cool.
I'm
Mhm.
surprised they don't
Yeah.
have that like in a musical. Swan Princess.
Listen, that's a lot money into the production.
Hey, if they were
Yeah.
able to do
Ariel,
Ariel,
Beauty and the
Hunchback of
Beast.
Notre Dame,
yeah, and Frozen.
and
when they
Frozen
did
and
the
all that.
transformation.
Yeah.
they can do it.
Maybe there has to be like a demand for that, or a big enough fan base, because the
That's true.
stakeholders have to.
I mean, they just did Anastasia finally after all
Yeah.
these years. So I mean, maybe they can do a
That we didn't get to
Swan
watch.
Princess.
Has to be
But-
enough investors.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so those were my three that I always like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just because those are the ones that we always watched at Grandma's house.
Um,
Because she had no TV, like nothing.
No
she
internet.
still doesn't have TV now, or at the house. I mean, they don't have
Yeah.
it, right?
Well, they have a
No
TV.
internet.
Well, they do, but I mean, like, but every time we go over there, they also didn't have cable either. But when we go, like, it wasn't during OETA, PBS Kids time.
Time.
It was always like
in the
Later in
evening.
in the evening. So there was like no cartoons on. The only
So-
cartoons was like King of the Hill and The Simpsons.
Simpsons
Yeah.
that we were told not to watch.
Yeah.
because
Oh,
they were
by dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were too adult.
too
Yes.
adult or
They
they,
were.
were bad for us.
Yeah. So that's all we always watched at Grandma's house.
Okay.
And that one tape she had of Dragon Ball Z, where it's always Android 18 or Android
Yes.
17.
One of the
those two androids, three
technically,
androids.
Yeah.
And Frieza.
Yes.
I am Frieza.
And the whole tape was them just like talking and yelling at each other, like no fighting was happening. They were at a standoff for like 5 episodes.
And then she also had like that Xena movie too.
Oh yeah, I
Cause
forgot
she
about
loved. Is it because she loved Xena? Is it her?
Yeah.
that
Yes,
loves
she
Xena?
liked Xena, the
Mhm.
warrior princess.
her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you know that that actress looks the same?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh.
She looks really
I always
good.
thought she looked so. I thought she looked fine.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang girl. There was always a theory that it was a
Lesbian couple.
what? Yeah, I think a woman, a WLW, woman love, or
Mm.
girls love,
Yeah.
Mm.
GL.
It's
Yeah,
GL, I think.
because they call it that now.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I would just
Oh.
stick with the original Japanese category, but like
What,
a Yuri,
Yuri?
yeah,
Yeah.
a Yuri and a Yaoi.
Oh.
But
But yeah, there's a theory that that was actually because of the companion that they said it was like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't remember the movie, so
I just thought it was cool because she was fighting bad people, bad guys, and
Mhm.
kicking their ass. Thought that was cool.
oh, I totally forgot the back to Disney thing that there was also Emperor's New Groove that we that we grew up with.
Is that considered Disney?
Yeah, that's
or
Disney.
Yeah, that's
is that
Disney, yeah.
considered?
It's Disney.
It's Disney.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We it's
loved
one of those
watching that
forgotten
movie.
movies that nobody paid attention to.
Like El Dorado.
El Dorado's
That's
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks. Dang.
Mhm. But yes, El Dorado was. We grew up on that. Emperor's New Groove. It was just. I don't know.
The
what
not
it
so
is.
populated Disney movies, yeah, it's more of like that's what we grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really watch that much Disney movies until like I met you guys.
Mhm.
Mostly you just watch TV.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but like for us, like apparently, like one of like the most watched or famous Disney movie, which is Bambi.
I haven't
You
seen
guys
Bambi.
haven't seen it?
No,
No, we've
I've-
seen
we've
it,
seen
but
it.
it's one that we didn't grow up with.
Yeah, but
Oh.
that's one that we
it's something
could care less
Yeah,
about.
it's one that
Oh.
we
Same
don't
with
really-
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, that
I don't
too.
care.
Why do you
About
guys
that
not
one.
like Bambi? Because there's there's no talking or
I think it's because it doesn't have comedic relief and there's no singing in
it's
it.
very serious.
Yeah, kind of. You know, I mean, because we love movies with animals in it whenever they're like talking, singing, or just like being silly.
Mm-hmm.
But like for Bambi, it was just too nature-esque and, like you said, serious. Like when his mom died and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know there's a lot of other parental deaths, but for Bambi, for some reason, it just didn't really.
There's no dialogue. The only dialogue
That's what I
that I
thought.
remember is when Bird.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Like
Fella.
they don't. There's no dialogue.
Yeah,
it
there's
kind of
no
looks like
dialogue.
it's like a silent movie almost.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's
And it's
what
all
it was.
like music.
It
yeah.
kind of reminded me kind of like Fantasia, where we kind of like would watch it a little bit, and then we'll kind of do our own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
it just,
come back
it just
to it.
wasn't captivating enough for us to like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
watch all the time.
Hmm.
Yeah, so Bambi, Alice in Wonderland. I didn't understand Alice in Wonderland. I thought the movie was just too weird for me.
There was just so much going on in that movie that I had no clue what to be looking at.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I probably have to agree.
Oh, another older one that we liked was The Jungle Book.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
Mike
think
talked
because it
about
was
that
funny.
all,
That's
too.
why.
Yeah, exactly. See, if the movie doesn't have comedic relief or like songs in it like that, we're just it just goes over our heads.
Yeah, see, that's like with Raya. I'm so upset with this movie.
Just get on your soapbox. Get on your soapbox.
Do better, Disney. Like, come on.
Yeah.
There's nothing memorable about it. Like, the only thing that is that it was made in the pandemic.
Pandemic.
The most symbolic one.
That's it. Like,
Yeah, and it was like I think it
it
was
was-
too mix of cultures in
yes, and I'm like,
it to where it. I don't know. It
What?
just-
So then you're basically saying like if we could have obviously more movies, then it would probably be better, because it not just squished into one is what they were doing with the.
It just
cultures.
Yeah.
looked like they just tried to include everyone in one movie
Can't-
rather than
can't do that. That
Yeah, rather than just making separate ones. Like I've seen like some ideas of like Disney movies, like new Disney princesses that they had ideals for,
Mm-hmm.
and that some of them are like Asian. I think one of them was like maybe Thai or something like that they were thinking about.
Southeast Asian, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I don't think they actually went through with it.
yeah.
Mm.
That was before Raya, so
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Raya, they kind of just mushed them all together.
Mushed all the Southeast Asians together.
And then there's no music. Okay. There's no music.
No music, no singing.
Like if you played a background piece to Raya, I wouldn't know what it is because there's no music or any catchy music. Like with Zootopia, they have Shakira's song.
But that was it.
Yeah, but that was it, which that's fine because you can relate
That to
Zootopia
Zootopia.
to
Zootopia.
Zootopia. Whereas Raya, there's nothing.
Well,
Doesn't explain that black goo or whatever, the bad guy. They don't explain where that comes from or what that is. Well, they do. I guess they did explain what it is, but it's kind of like
I don't know. Maybe you just have to rewatch it.
there's no backstory to it.
I think it's just like what Michelle said, that they were trying to mix too many of the cultures into it.
Yeah.
That there was no storyline. There's too much to where there was it didn't make sense.
Like you'll get a snippet of this culture a little bit, and then they just
Yeah.
bounce to the next one. And
Yeah,
get
and
that
then it
little
makes.
snippet.
I think it just makes us Southeast Asians like, really,
yeah, a lot of people
like you
are
make
mad.
it look like we are like
the same or
not the same, but of course, yeah, the same, but it's like not as glorified as Chinese people or Japanese people
The East
or like
Asians.
yeah, we're the dirty Asians.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
the
You know,
dirty
and that's
We're
what you
jungle
did.
Asians,
You
yeah.
did. You made this movie dirty by doing that.
Yeah, you muddied everything together, muddled everything
Yeah.
together. Therefore, that's what it looks like. Here's like, sees like. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't like Raya.
Yeah, I don't like Raya.
I think that the Mickey Mouse Corporation, I think that they probably just don't have enough people, or they probably think that there's not a need. Because that's honest. Okay, to be devil's advocate, that is their very first movie that they actually have Southeast representation. But then I don't think they even had, the only person that was of Southeast Asian descent was Raya, the one that played Raya, and then everybody else was.
Was she South? Was she?
Yeah, she's
Southeast?
Vietnamese.
Okay, I'm so sorry, but I don't count Vietnamese as
Southeast.
no, not Southeast, but like dirty Asians because technically they're still like really pretty up there, high scale.
I know, but they
Yeah.
are a part of the Southeast
yeah.
Asian diaspora, though.
Yeah,
But
you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so she is the only one, and then
Mm-hmm.
everybody else that voiced it were, I think, of Korean descent, so they're East Asians.
Yeah, see, that's
Yeah.
what I'm like. It was a horrible movie. I'm sorry. They need to do another princess movie
Yeah.
with her, or not with her, but like another Asian.
Because there's so many there are so many great myths and stories in
Exactly.
Southeast Asian cultures that they
Oh,
could just do.
That it should be easy.
Yeah.
That's like that one Korean girl where she created her own Disney princess,
Mm-hmm.
and I think, if I remember correctly, I think they're progressing really well in it. I think right now, but I don't know if she's actually gonna get like an opportunity to actually make a movie. But I don't know yet because they did do a musical. She was able to do a musical with her work.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
And then I think her song was featured in a
Commercial.
commercial or
Yeah,
something
I
like
saw
that.
That was pretty cool.
So she had a few, I think, famous singers. I don't know if they do Broadway, but then they did some covers. Cause she'll on TikTok she'll send out parts, like singing parts of what you sing, and then there's like I think there's a villain song, there's a princess song, there's a prince song that she released out too. And so a lot of people duetted it on TikTok. So a lot of famous singers duetted some of them, like East Asian singers.
I think that'd be cool if we did have some, a Hmong princess. That'd be cool. Because there's actually, I forgot about, there's a lot of like mythology, Hmong mythology. That would be cool if they changed it and then like made it into some type of royalty thing. Because we have like I see like these videos on TikTok, and keep forgetting about those characters. Like there's this guy, I forgot his name, and he can transform. He's like half beast, half human, and he's like a tiger, and he's like has all these abilities. And It's pretty
Oh.
cool.
Are you talking about Noonplai?
No, not
I was just like, that's all I'm
Noonplai
thinking
doesn't
about.
change into that. You're talking about
no.
Noonplai is a human, and he goes and saves his girlfriend who's taken as a tiger bride.
Oh,
The
okay.
tiger is the nemesis.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
I think I think it will be think it'll be really pretty if they did a Indian princess. Bollywood.
Yes.
Which I think they
Oh.
had.
I think
an
that'd be
idea
really
of.
pretty. I mean, granted we got Aladdin, but like technically that's not.
It's a little bit gentrified or like colonized the way that it's portrayed.
Yeah, so I'm like, if
So-
they actually did an Indian princess, I think that would be pretty. You guys, there's music you guys can do. There's colors. There's all their culture and traditions that they do. It's kind of like, man, that's like your best bet to do a next like Southeast Asian.
Gotta talk to them
Princess.
Desi Americans, that Desi
Yeah,
group, and ask them.
I think that'd be a really good start is with them. But I don't know.
In the end, it all comes down to money. Is there enough investors?
Yeah,
Because people can have a gajillion ideas, but they're not gonna take it.
right.
Yeah.
Is it an
Then again, they
investment?
did already did some like Jungle Book where it's in like India already.
The live action ones?
No, just in general.
in
movie
general.
Jungle Book is
They already
based
have
in-
covered
yeah.
India.
In
India.
Yeah, but then it doesn't accurately portray their culture. It just portrays the location of it, right?
Actually, I don't.
Geographical,
Yeah,
or-
right. Yeah.
That's it.
But I don't know if they'll do it for India because I don't know if that's technically like what they wear is appropriate for children. Because, yeah,
If they were to, I would say they probably either go for like Thai.
yeah.
Well, then again, that's like King and I, but that's not Disney, so.
Did you know that the only reason why everything was sexualized was because of colonizers?
Yep.
They used to like walk with just the breast free in the wind.
Yeah, I saw that a girl, she hennaed herself as a shirt with henna. And then she just had her cloth wrapped around her.
So pretty.
And then another Indian girl had the audacity to say that that wasn't cute or like that wasn't
appropriate.
appropriate.
Yeah.
And then other people were commenting on her video saying that's what they used to wear back in the day. It wasn't until white people made them wear like the tops and all that crap,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, they would just be out like
Yeah.
in just.
It's like,
Nothing
how can
covering.
you not know that about your own culture?
I don't know.
I
But
think
then
it's-
again, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
I think it's just more of like you. Some people are just really ignorant to it, where they just don't think that, or they
Yeah.
think they know everything. Like even in
Mhm.
our culture, like there's
Mhm.
stuff that we don't even know too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So I don't know.
like that shade in front of our dress was
Mm-hmm.
so that we can move it and pee.
Mhm.
It will cover our lady bits.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
because like the skirt we have,
Mm-hmm.
technically I think that when we tie it and stuff, like over there, I think that's what it is. Like it's decorative, but it also covers our lady bits too.
Oh.
Is what I thought. So you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm.
Oh.
Well, back to Disney or back to back to Raya. Not a
She's
big
still
fan.
so mad.
I'm so bad.
Yeah, Ryan, not a big fan.
Like that was like, come on.
Tangled was a good movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I like Tangled.
I like Tangled.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tangled is probably my favorite like newer princess.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like one of the newer ones that they.
I would say, yeah, Tangled, and for me also Princess and the Frog, 'cause it's very cultured.
Oh yeah, I love Princess and the Frog.
Almost
Very
there.
jazzy.
Yeah, very jazzy, and
Yeah.
then Tangled did a lot of the I guess the culture in that area. I don't know where the location would be technically.
Aren't they in like
Norway.
I was gonna say like Norway or like Finland area.
Norway? Is frozen.
Yeah, Norway is frozen.
But then in Frozen, you see.
But they're up in that those small islands
yeah,
up
yeah,
there.
Area. Yeah.
They're in that area where you can see all their culture and everything
Yeah.
in Tangled.
Oh, what about Moana?
I liked Moana.
I like
Moana.
Moana.
Mm-hmm. I liked Moana.
Yes, definitely like the singing, and it was great. So
Like you got to see like how their culture was.
Like
That's
I
what-
listened to the soundtrack of Moana before I even watched the movie, and the
Mm-hmm.
soundtrack made me cry. Like I felt her frustration, especially when she's singing with her grandma when Maui left her and she was kind of stranded on the boat. And her
Yeah.
grandma was talking to her. I was like,
Aw.
yeah.
Oof.
That was just me listening to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because they released it before the movie came out, right? The soundtrack, or you're saying that you just
I just
happened to listen to
I
it
just
before?
happened to listen to it because I was on Spotify and I was on
Oh.
a Disney binge.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think-
her songs came on.
I don't think we watched it when it was like
First came out.
newly released. We watched it later on.
Later on.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, all the soundtracks were already released by then.
But yeah, I liked Moana.
That was really
Um,
good.
Frozen, it's alright.
Frozen's kind of.
I would say I
Hyped.
because we watched it all the time.
Well, I remember watching Frozen in theaters. It was like the last day in theaters before they were gonna move it onto like
DVD.
DVD or
DVD?
whatever. Yeah, and everybody was saying it was so good, so good. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go watch it. I think it was like me, Mitchell, and like somebody else
I don't remember.
went to
so
go
it's
watch
not
it in
me.
theater, and I was like, that's it. I mean, yeah, it was okay, but like it wasn't like, oh my god, I'm crying.
Like
know?
Coco.
Yeah,
God, I was bawling my
or
eyes
like
out.
Encanto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I was like, that's it.
Yes, for me, for like new Disney movies and stuff like that, if it makes my boys cry, then it was good.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we took Liam to go watch Encanto. No, not Encanto.
Coco?
Coco. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that boy cried.
Oh.
yeah.
He cried at the end.
Yeah, when Miguel was trying to get her to remember or whatever.
That's like people talking about. Did you cry because the grandma remembered, or did you cry because she did not was just not responding? That's what I think. That's what people were were asking about. Like, what part did you cry?
What did you cry on?
I cried because she ended up remembering at the very end and she started singing with him.
Oh.
What about you?
I think I teared up because he was so desperate to get her to
Yeah.
remember in order to save Hector.
Yeah.
And he thought that he had lost her.
Yeah,
So.
same here.
And then I think it just kind of reminded us of our grandma because that's literally how she was, you know.
Oh, she did suffer from
Mhm.
dementia. Yeah, that's what I cried about too. Like the whole desperation of like trying to get her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's just that cultural aspect of like believing that after a loved one passes, there's a spiritual side spiritual journey that our loved ones have to also walk through as well. And so that part was sad. I was like, oh
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't cry at the desperation part. I think I cried when she was able
Remembered.
to remember and the happiness came to him.
You know, I actually because thinking about like what you said about the spiritual side and stuff, I actually like Frozen 2 better than Frozen 1 because
Yeah.
of the whole spiritual connection and the whole cultural connection that she had.
That she
with
found
them.
herself.
Yeah.
because
basically.
there's more depth to the plot, to the storyline. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, whereas with Frozen 1, I'm just kind of like, that's it.
It could be because we
Okay.
never really had that issue, like that sister issue problem.
That's true. Maybe we just
So
couldn't
that's
relate.
probably why we couldn't relate to it, because we never had that issue.
But I
that
mean,
kinda
like,
issue.
we are like Anna, where I feel like we would sacrifice herself like that in front of
Yes.
Elsa, you know. But for some reason, it's just like there was other movies, take it like Lilo and Stitch, with sisterly bond that was way much better than Frozen.
Oh yeah, that's one of the arguments that they have.
Yeah, it's just that Frozen's white, okay, and that's why, and she has magical powers. That's why people love it. But then again,
Yes,
Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, Nani she literally sacrificed her whole adulthood.
Yeah. And people were saying that, like, if you notice in her room, she has all these trophies of her surfing. And they say that theory-wise is that she was going on her way to, I think, be like compete in like
in the-
Olympic-ish,
Oh.
Yeah.
the big games, until her parents died, and then she had to stop everything and take
take
care
care
of
of
Lilo.
Lilo.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
And I'm pretty sure, what's his name?
David, right?
David kind of already knew that she surfing is like
Her thing.
her thing.
And so he brought boards to her, and I'm like,
Yeah.
he
He
likes
is so
David even
sweet.
more.
He
Yeah.
is a green.
David.
He is a green flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he brought it over for her because he knows that she enjoys that, and that probably relieved her from her frustration.
And he is so fine too. Don't laugh at me and look at me because you know them cartoons.
She
be
likes her
looking
butt
good.
and fancy hair. I know. I read
Read
her
her
diary. She thinks it's fancy.
She does. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah.
Thinks it's fancy. Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, Frozen was it's alright.
That's why I'm kind of mad about how they're trying to cast for the live action Lilo and Stitch because they're making Nani, the girl who's playing Nani is not have a dark complexion because
No,
if
she's
they are
light-skinned.
native to Hawaii, I think that's how you say Hawaii.
There's a girl on TikTok
That looks
who-
just like her.
who looks just like her, and she sings Nani's song when she's
The
singing to
lullaby.
Lolo.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, or to Lilo. I said Lolo. To Lilo. Yeah, and I'm just like, why can't y'all just cast her? Like, come on, y'all.
I don't know.
But-
It just really depends on the casting director and what they believe. That's why a lot of people are upset because they're like, the actual animated movie for Lilo and Stitch, the people that directed it and produced it, they actually did their research and they went to Hawaii and they did like the actual research. They met with the locals and that's why Nani and David and them are of dark complexion.
Yeah.
And then they also throw in that tourism thing because you know tourism thing because you notice that like people take pictures of Lilo the tourist and then she like sarcastically takes pictures of them too. That's real because they
Yeah.
do that. They take pictures of natives there
Yeah.
and like as if it's like part of the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did hear though that they did replace the original actor for David.
Well, they know why because he lied.
Yeah.
He lied that he was of Hawaii descent. Yeah, I think
and they
they figured that out.
recasted him.
Oh, I thought it was just because he was also too light.
Probably that too.
Probably that too, but I didn't know
They
the reason
whitewash all the
until
time.
she said that because I just knew that they replaced him, and I'm just like,
They
oh.
need to replace the one
something
of
happened.
that's playing Nani too. But then the person that the little girl that for Lilo is right on, isn't it? She
I
looks
haven't
just
seen
like her.
I haven't seen the cast members.
Oh,
All I've been hearing is that they've been looking for Nani, and they're having trouble. And
thought they did find someone, but
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That there was
she,
that argument.
She was still like waiting on that.
yeah, but I haven't looked at the actual cast.
I've seen
members.
pictures.
there's a problem. That's one of the problems because she's actually biracial, right? Is that how you say it? She's only half of Hawaii descent. She's not
The girl who
actually.
played Nani.
Yeah, they do that a lot with roles that is supposed to be like 100%. Like, if you notice, some movies where they're supposed to be of Asian descent, they take someone it's actually half Asian that always
Yeah.
gets it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the case that they're arguing with
Yeah.
for Nani.
Yeah, it's like, quit trying to whitewash it.
There's plenty of talented Polynesian or of Hawaii descent that
Yeah.
would be perfect. And they're dark complexion too, like Nani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
It's like, wake up, Disney. Listen to your followers.
yeah,
I don't know. They're live actions movies though.
I don't know. Disney is so big. They're just kind of like, I don't care if you guys are mad. We're still gonna make money off of it anyway because you guys are going to watch it.
Like I still have not seen the live action Lion King.
No.
because I refuse to watch it.
Yeah, same here. I refuse to watch
Yeah.
it because it's kind of like, what was the whole point? Because it literally just follows the cartoon version.
Except they're real
Yeah, except
and they talk.
except they're just
It takes
Real.
To me. It takes the magic out of it.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it takes the magic and the animation, the comedy out of it because now all you're looking at is just real animals with their mouth moving, but it's not funny because it's not cartoon. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
animated.
I get you. Like, you can only get away with so much.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
like,
know,
you
whereas
took the magic
cartoon,
out of
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, the other live actions too. Like, I don't know. Like Beauty and the Beast and what's the other one? I mean,
did
Aladdin
Beauty-
was
they did Beauty and
nice.
the Beast and Cinderella for
Yeah.
live action. Yeah.
Aladdin was nice.
I actually liked Cinderella. I mean, you can never go wrong with Cinderella because I think this live action Cinderella focused more on like her upbringing, whereas all the other ones kind of focused more on like the ball aspect. But I guess the new one with I forgot her name, but the newer one that they made was more on her actual life itself
Oh.
instead
I
of the
didn't know
ball.
that.
hmm So I actually kind of liked this Cinderella a little bit more. Yeah.
And then, like I said, there's the Aladdin, which I didn't mind.
I
it's
haven't
not one of my
watched that
favorites,
yet.
but
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, the live action Aladdin, it wasn't too bad.
Oh.
You know, I mean, Will Smith being Genie, I mean,
He had comedic relief that
Yeah.
that wasn't Robin Williams.
yeah.
Well, I
mean,
think he
it
did it
was
on
still-
purpose, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
he
he
didn't
said
want to
that
insult
yeah.
his
He
art.
didn't
You
want
know?
to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah,
But
yeah,
it was
live action
okay.
Aladdin was okay for what it was.
Now,
So.
Beauty and the Beast, though,
Yeah.
I don't remember watching the whole thing.
Yeah,
You know-
me neither.
Where did we stop when she went to town, and then when she went to town, I think is when
That's the
we
beginning.
stopped.
That's how it
Exactly.
opens. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's where we stopped because I don't remember what happened afterwards.
Yeah.
At least for us,
I don't
because
remember
we
that.
tried to watch it.
I tried watching it. I couldn't because I don't want to be a bitch. I love Emma Watson, but
Not as Belle.
no.
She's a talented actress.
Yes.
It's just that I think she probably wanted to try different
like
films.
I understand that like the reason why she wanted it was because she wanted to represent Belle, who was very, intellectual and stuff like that, really smart,
Ahead of
you
her
know.
time. Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's kind of like, first of all, Belle's French. She doesn't speak with a British accent. You have a British accent. So I don't understand why you couldn't correlate the two together and be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do my British accent because Belle's French.
That's like what's his name?
Ewan McGregor?
Yes, he had to do a French accent too.
Or he tried
Or he
doing
tried-
one,
he
and then the
tried.
directors were like,
Right?
don't do it.
Don't do it like that.
Don't do it
because-
like that. Cause,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then he's like, my wife is French.
So I know.
And she told me that was
The right way.
the right way to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But the directors were like, no, don't do it like that.
I think that maybe I'm trying to play devil's advocate that maybe Emma Watson didn't want to do a French accent because she didn't want to.
Well, not a French accent,
Oh, you
just
mean
to
just-
get rid of your British accent.
Oh, so like an American accent then?
Yeah, just like the movie. The movie was just
Oh.
Either
all-
either American accent or just get rid of the accent.
Mm.
Because you're literally a British girl. I don't know. Like I said, and then
I don't know.
soundtrack wise, I'm so mad.
yes, we know you.
It hurts her ears.
Yes.
Yeah, you're basically not Disney unless you have a great soundtrack.
But then that's like the argument of, when you make a movie adaptation, some people say like, obviously it's not going to be this exact same.
Well, yeah,
Which
we
I
But
know.
it's like, we get it too, but then also there's a difference between making a movie that has a very good storyline and there's depth to it and the characters are 3D and not
Not 2D.
not 2D.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Like my high school play of Beauty and the Beast was better than the live action. That's how bad it was. Okay, if
I
my
have
high
never seen it all the way through, so I can't say.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't seen the whole thing. Remember, we
I haven't
stopped
seen the
when
whole
she
thing
went into
either.
town.
but just her singing and her acting and her British accent, I'm just like, no, I can't do it. I'm pretty sure the Beast, who played the Beast, I forgot his name. I'm pretty sure he did wonderful. Gaston, who played Gaston? It's that dude who looks like Orlando Bloom, but it's not Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
I mean, he was good too, but I'm used to Gaston's like low voice.
That's why I said that one that they did the live action musical on TV. That black guy, he was so good. His voice was deep like that.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. It was too Hollywood. Like it was
Oh,
too.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you could say it like
guess
that.
It was
Yeah.
too Hollywood for me, and I'm just like, I don't like it. Yeah, no,
Yeah, well.
yeah.
Well, can't do anything about that. Now, though, for The Little Mermaid, let's just hope that
I'm
it's
so
well.
excited.
They said that the song that she sings, "Part of Your World," you can listen to it right now. And my friend said that he listened to it and he cried.
Aww.
Yeah, because he said he was part of, he grew up in the foster care system, and he said that when he was young, he remembers saying, "I want to be part of that world. I want to, I want to be out there." And so he said when he listened to her singing that, it reminded him of that very moment, and he was bawling his eyes out listening to it. And I was like, see, representation matters. And plus,
Yeah.
Ariel is a mermaid. She's not a person like Nani.
Yeah.
Okay? They tried to argue that. But yeah, he
Yeah.
said it was good and you can listen to it. And so I haven't got a chance to listen to it yet, but she's talented.
I think on TikTok there was this, there's a TikTok where it shows a scene where Ariel finally like plays with like Flounder.
Oh,
and
yes,
she's
yes.
like, "You're such a guppy," and they looked at the girl reacted. She's like, "That fish is scrawny. Flounder is supposed to be fat and chubby."
Oh,
Aww.
it's true.
Because if you see the flounder, it's like the thin fish, but it's like striped like flounder.
But aren't flounders like ugly and sideways?
Like the actual flounder fish. Yes, they're the flat ones with their eyes on both eyes on one side. Yes, they
That's
hide
the one.
They hide
That's
in
the
the
one
sand.
in Nemo where they're like, "Don't
Oh,
go
where'd
play
you go?
in so
Where'd
and
you
so's
go?"
backyard." He comes out of the sand and
Oh
chases
my
them.
god.
Yeah, that's what a flounder
Did
is.
you
It's a
know the
flounder.
flounder fishes though?
Oh.
They originally had eyes on both sides,
Oh.
Yes.
but then like they just
Evolution.
They when they grow, like when
Evolved?
no, I want to say evolve. Like when they get bigger,
Oh,
like
it moves?
when it moves and eventually moves to the side because they swim sideways. You know.
Oh.
So they're like this swimming?
Yes, they're
Yeah,
they're
because
flat.
fishes
They're-
are normally like this.
They're like this, yeah. Originally fish are like this, but they're like this, so their eyes kind of eventually
this
move
side,
over. Yeah,
So
they're
then
on
when they
top.
when they swim, they go like this. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they'll just
they'll flap up and then
they're kinda like-
So they're like,
they're kind of like stingrays where they kind of just go up and
Yeah.
move
I'm
and
trying
then
to-
go down.
I'm gonna go like this.
But there's no fin on the flat bottom side.
right.
They're
Yeah,
just
it's on
the fins are literally like this.
Oh, so then is it like this?
They
Yes,
move
so
like
it'll be like
stingrays.
this.
I'm trying to imagine.
Or they
Yes.
move like
Okay, so the eyes like this.
Yes.
Inside.
Yes.
And you go.
Yes,
Yes.
and you're floating that way.
Yeah,
yes.
so,
Oh, wow.
flounder and Ariel is just the name. It's not the actual
Yeah,
fish.
the actual
Ah.
fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited.
yeah. I want to go watch it.
Me
so
too.
funny.
We need
You're
to go
such
see
a
it.
guppy.
My favorite movie in
And
live action. I
She's
cannot
gonna
wait.
be so good at. She's just the trailer we saw. I know she's gonna do it justice.
Yeah.
Right when I
They
saw the
did
tail.
Yes, they
I was
did
like,
the tail. They did the tail justice,
Just-
man.
Is it? I
Yes.
was like, this is the Little Mermaid
Yeah.
#1 fan here.
Yeah, no, I was pleasantly shocked of how they did her tail.
They know they had to do it right.
They
Otherwise,
better do
people
it
will be
right.
mad.
like what's that? Out of the other movies that they did, they better do it right.
Yeah, so I'm excited. So
I mean, the directors of the movie, when they heard Holly's voice, I think it's Holly. Yeah, Holly's voice. They were like, "Oh, that's our mermaid. That's our Ariel." They already knew.
Oh.
So I was like, if they can cast accurately just by her voice like that, then I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they'll do right for everything else. They were like, we knew when we heard her sing, that's Ariel.
Aww.
Even Jodie Benson was all like, even though everybody was against Hallie doing it, Jodie Benson was like, "Do it, girl. Be Ariel." And I was like, "Oh, Jodie." If you guys don't know, that's the original Ariel.
Yeah, Jodie Benson.
For the singing voice or the actual
Both.
everything?
both.
Both, everything.
Oh.
Same with
The
the
Thumbelina?
Thumbelina.
She does Thumbelina, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And she voices Barbie from Toy Story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
forgot
right.
about that.
I'm tour guide Barbie. God, that's so hard to say. Tour guide.
How are we doing on time?
I guess we're
We're a
good.
little over, yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay, well, do you guys have anything else to say about Disney?
No, it's just that I love Disney. I grew up on Disney. My kids
Should be
are
grown up.
going. Yeah, they're growing up with Disney, just not princesses because I have all boys. So they get the boy Disney movies.
Although they did grow up with Frozen, you know.
Oh yeah, they did like.
Oh,
it.
they did.
You know how many
liked
times
Olaf,
we had
yeah.
to play that?
It's
And
because
the-
of Olaf.
The Let It Go part.
To
'cause
let
of
it
the
go.
snow.
It was all
Mhm.
the magic.
Yeah.
Olaf was so cute.
Yes.
Um,
But yeah, so
Yeah, I think that's it's just a reaction. I guess we'll end it here, and I guess since you guys know that we are Disney fanatics, so
Grew up on cable. I'm like, and you're watching the Disney Channel.
no, yeah, we didn't grow up on that aspect of Disney.
Mm-mm.
No, we grew
You're
up
like
on.
Bremen and draw a penis. Is that what he did? I think he drew a penis or something. I don't remember a penis.
I don't remember.
Yeah, we didn't grow up on the Disney Channel Disney side. We grew up with the VHS side.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess we'll end it here. So this is episode 20. So you guys have a nice day and enjoy the nice spring weather of this month.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.